deixar. Onde é que clica para aparecer o anúncio? When he first saw it, he was shocked. He looked quite disturbed. He knew it was something he wasn't supposed to see because we are always, controlling the type of content he has access to. So he knows he's not supposed to see anything violent or with blood, nothing like that. And one of the first images that appeared for him was like a child's backpack with lots of blood. So he looked very distraught and he came running to me and said something like, "Mom, what is this bloody ad doing on my phone? I didn't click anything." And then when I took the phone from his hands, I immediately knew what it was about. The text on screen says, "Hamas is ISIS," and saying something about they're slaughtering children, children are being kidnapped, your child could be kidnapped next. So it was very disturbing, and also lots of like graphic war images. It was blurred, but you could see that it was like violent and blood everywhere. Also men on top of cars with, holding guns. So yeah, it was still, even though it was blurred, some of the images, it was quite graphic. So he was very disturbed.
These ads coming from the government of Israel, they're not surprising because this is, again, the startup nation. Israel has been very open about using digital diplomacy, but engaging in a public opinion war worldwide. And, given all of the terrible loss of life in the last few weeks, it's hard to sort of balance these, but nevertheless, in modern warfare, we have the actual war, the bloodshed and the slaughter, but you also have, in addition to that, an attempt to try to shape the narrative. We talk about that all the time.
Não clica no anúncio, porque se você clicar no anúncio... He has asked me about the children who are being killed. And, it's very complicated to talk about this because, well, it's a complicated subject. It's not something that you're prepared to explain to your child such at an young age. So I had to, explain to him that sometimes war happens around the world and people are violent and it's a shame. So yes, he has asked about it, and especially about, because there was like 2 girls, I think, being kidnapped by a man and being taken. So he's seen that, and yeah, I had to explain to him that, I had to say that they're fine, they're back with their family already. We don't know if that's true, but yeah, it's complicated to explain something like this to a child. So, I did the best I could to make him not worry so much about it. It's not something that I think he should be worrying about. So.
And how was that?
Você pode segurar só um pouquinho assim pra mamãe conseguir ver também? Assim, ó. Isso. Não clica, tá?
Tem infinita dinheiro. Vai, daí.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable because even for us, it's hard to understand how this things happen, and we know it happens. And me, I've seen so much graphic content on the last few days online, and I've been even having nightmares. So it's definitely not something that I want on my child's mind. I don't want him worrying about any of this. So I tried to, you know, make him feel like it's all right, it's going to be all right, people are dealing with it, and he doesn't need to worry, he's not going to be kidnapped. But it's very hard. It's not a subject that you're prepared to, you know, talk to your child at such a young age.
I do think that, you know, that messaging can continue and there are going to be all kinds of counter messages. But what I'm seeing play out in the first 2 weeks is an outpouring of support worldwide for Arab and Muslim people. So this has gone far beyond Gaza and Israel, and it makes it a challenge then for the state of Israel with its messaging. Because I think what would be more effective is to talk about innocence across the entire spectrum, everybody who's had a loss, because we all bleed the same and we're all wanting to have the same oxygen and we all want to live peaceful lives. So if we can get beyond that, but again, I'm not a military commander or I'm not running the show here, but I'm just trying to make sense of what can we do to de-escalate this.
Filho, toma. Finge que você vai tomar uma canequinha, ó. Vou colocar pra você, não tem nada aí. I don't see how it is okay for them to be advertising inside games. Even if it's like maybe more adult games, I don't think it is a space where you should be doing basically propaganda, you know. So I don't see how it is appropriate, even though it was my son, and even if it was me, I would be very surprised to come across such a content of an ad inside the game. It's, you know, you play games to relax, you know, and
I actually did drink coffee, you know, because
No, you
my
don't.
grandma does coffee for me.
no, but it's different, baby. It's not coffee like this. Horrível.